Welcome in to the first beginner RSL seed on the YouTube channel. What is RSL, you may ask? Well, it is Random Settings League. That's right. While we are doing this, we're gonna have to figure out what the settings are, how do we beat the game, and what do we need to do. Today we are looking at probably the wildest start I've seen so far. We're starting with 5 hearts, a blue medallion. We're starting with sticks, nuts, an ocarina, a lens of truth, which I forgot to mark. We're starting with a scale. We're starting with sun song. We're starting with hammer, master sword, prescription, mirror shield, water tunic, and hover boots. What does this mean? Well, let's find out. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, we're in Lon Lon. There is no cow sanity. If there were, we would see we would see those 2 cows be separated. We're gonna mark our spawn here at Lon Lon. And that's all we know so far. We do have a hammer. So the first thing I want to do is I want to start at going to the Temple of Time and figuring out what do we do in this seed. By there not being a bit of the Triforce in you know what, I should check this to see if there's any form of entrance shuffle. Looks like no entrance shuffle. Cool. But we didn't see a Triforce on the menu, so it's probably not a Triforce hunt. I'm gonna check the Boulder of Destiny on our way over. More info is always good. So that's one of the things that is super appealing to this. We are playing with the beginner RSL settings. Things can't be as crazy as sometimes due to this. Inside Ganon's is Way of the Hero. All right. That's a map for ice. All right, so we have some form of map and compass shuffle, or at least map shuffle. Don't really need to buy a shield at the moment since we started with one. We'll get our 4 hints here. Oot is a recovery heart. Oot is dead. Okay. DC has Serenade. So songs are anywhere then. Shadow Trial is on. Shadow Trial. Bottom of the Well has the ice arrows. Where are those? There we go. Okay, so it's Closed Door of Time, so we're gonna need Song of Time to deal with that. DC, I've got a cat climbing all over me at the moment. Shadow, Deku, started with that one. Forest, and Jabu. Bridge is 2 medallions. And inside his own castle. All right. Not the worst. Now, granted, we do have access to a lot of stuff early as an adult due to this hammer start. And hovers is kind of wild to me. I am gonna dip in here and get some money. And while we're here, let's check the number of Poes. 1 Poe. Okay. I will grab money one more time and we'll head into Kakariko with 60. There is very much the possibility of Shopsanity. As for like what we were like, what is turned off to essentially give us as many items as we started with, I'm not sure. I think that the way this works is that you just start with some random number of items, and this time it just happened to be all of these. I will say I've tried looking through the documentation on RSL in general and beginner RSL stuff. You know what? And I struggle to understand it because like some of the things that I thought I understood, we have just found to not be the case. So either I am misunderstanding some things or that's a boss key to Shadow. Okay, so there's no form of appearance then. I have to open every chest. Map to Deku. All right, there was no extra information on that. We do get cheap shops though, so it is Shopsanity of some form. This is why we grabbed money while we were in the market. Skulltula of some form. Make sure that this doesn't give me information. I am gonna buy this though. So some form of skulls. Got it. And we're opening every chest. Peek those crates to kind of get info on whether or not there's crate shuffle. Field is foolish. There's some money for us. Nice to see. Bloopy up there. What will we get from the song here? That is a map to DC. We've got a lot of maps early already. Anju, what do you have for me? More money. Thank you, Anju. Thank you. What's the cow got? Nothing. All right. Well, we can get the light arrow hint from Dampé's shed. Another thing you'll notice is there's actually enemies in the graveyard. GTG has lights. Not final chest. There's enemies in the graveyard, and that's because restored actors has been turned on. You know what? I'm gonna do a couple other checks before I do that. So you'll see more than just the pose here. We've got some keys, we've got some Skulltulas. There's Prelude. Okay. As soon as I get out of here, I'm gonna see where Prelude would go. Because it's completely possible that it doesn't go to its vanilla location. It goes to the Temple of Time. All right, so that seems vanilla. Doesn't mean that song locations aren't shuffled, just means that that one in particular is vanilla. All right, we're up to one Skulltula token. I'm fairly certain that we can't get skull hints in the skull house, but I'm gonna end up checking that either way just in case. The compass up there. Check the pots down here for any. Okay, that seems pretty vanilla to me. We are playing with a little bit different of a thick Mullen model today. We're playing with the third one in the package instead of the usual second one. Gets rid of the boots that she would normally wear. So it makes it a little bit more difficult to see when you have the hovers or iron boots equipped, but she does wear, I think it's called a garter to show when boots are equipped. All right, just wanted to check there that was going to be a green rupee. I didn't do a good job of checking for free standing items. All right, just a bloopy. And there's Song of Time. That's an interesting place to put that. Alright, so we are done with the graveyard. We will double check that the skull house doesn't give us hints. And then we're heading straight to DC. DC was a medallion as well. So... Alright, no hints. Actually... If we can find a strength and some form of explosive, we can finish DC and very quickly have our 2 medallions. On our way up here, we're gonna check and see if this happens to it. Fairly certain you could. There we go. All right, so does Overworld skulls at a minimum. Could be dungeon skulls as well. There's a Deku shield on top of DC. Beans are not pre-planted. We have dungeon entrance rando. That is interesting. We can't do basically anything here, but we can get a little bit of info while we're here on whether or not silver rupees are shuffled in some way. They do not seem to be. I'm gonna go ahead and collect them. Did that pot look like super tiny? Or was it just me? I feel like that pot looked really small. Alrighty. So DC has Ice Cavern in it. So much for very quickly going to DC, I guess. Although we can check the Fire Temple entrance. Another bloopy. Or actually, maybe not. They don't have a way to deal with the rolling moron. All right, well, no gilded chests. Gonna make this a bit of a longer seed, I think. But Piece of Heart. Carry Forest is foolish. Good to know. That doesn't mean that there won't be bomb chews there, which is important to remember. I'm trying to be as careful as I can here to get back over here to kill the Skulltula. All right, just a single stick. All right, two things we can get back here. One is information on expensive merchants, and another is a hint. 50 skulls is dead. All right, so that seems vanilla. 50 is dead. Actually, oops, that was too far. Yeah, because I can't get in the shop. I keep hoping for gilded chests, and then 40 is also dead. Okay. We don't have irons. There we go. I do have a scale though. Ooh. That's interesting logically. All right, how much do you cost? Did I say 10? That's Scrub Shuffle. Alrighty. I have checked 2 Lost Wood Scrubs. Oh boy. We have some craziness. We have Skull Shuffle, we have Shop Shuffle, we have Scrub Shuffle. We know Shadow Trial is on. Another piece of heart. Okay, Free Scarecrow is not on. We'll have to remember that. Get the line up here. Oh, I was a little bit too far to the left. It can be sometimes a little bit hard when the color is similar there. 50 still dead. Lake Wath. I'm gonna check and make sure that there's no shuffling going on in here. There's not. And let's see what item is on Minuet. A full heart container. Okay. Water Temple has a piece of heart. I don't even tend to write that hint kind down unless it's something that might potentially be relevant. I guess ice arrows aren't actually relevant, but ooh, that was a little closer than I was hoping. Alright, let me continue my notes here. Scrubs. Flame check is dead. Let's head to the river. And I'm tempted to go see what's at ice. So let's go do that. You know what? The only issue with that is I have to warp out of there. That's a key. There's a key to the treasure chest game. Okay, so TCG keys are shuffled. Trail is what? Alright, that is something that I need to add to this tracker is the CCG keys. All right, and again, we don't have a projectile to check any of these skulls, which is unfortunate. Inside Ganon's, way the hero a second time. That is a water temple boss key. So it's seeming like regional BKs. Recovery heart there. Fire is foolish. Why did I double click Precary Forest? I don't think we found that twice. Alright, do this again. Oh, that did not go well. Did not mean to press the sword there. I do struggle with this trick a bit. I'm actually really surprised I got it the very first time. There we go. I think it's mostly a matter of just like taking my time. Okay. I think I can check the... Oh, it is open. So Ruto is not relevant. Treasure throne. Ooh. Just a recovery heart. Cool. So both items of OOT, which means the ocarinas are shuffled and we just happen to start with one. All right, more information here. Burning Cack is dead. There's another map. There's some garbage. We don't actually have the ability to check this fairy fountain, but we do have the ability to check the hint. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then we'll check the ice entrance. Graveyard Wath. I don't think we've actually gotten anything so far in terms of like actually Song of Time, I guess we got at the graveyard. That seems pretty fair. This is Shadow. Shortcut is not on. Oh, first try, let's go. I don't know that I have any way to deal with these keys. you can make them just like fly down, but yeah, cool. All right, neither of those pots are gilded, but I gotta be careful. I can't say for certain if pots are all the time textured. Don't know the pots well enough to know if these are vanilla behavior. Oh, right. I don't have magic. I'm so used to by the time you're in shadow, you have magic that I didn't even consider that. There we go. I can actually check the silver rupee room. No keys. Suggesting to me maybe key rings are relevant. Maybe dungeon silver rupees are shuffled in some way. We'll find out here pretty quickly. I can check both of these. There we go. And this will be the last two rooms I can check, as I need at least a key and a bomb. All right, that's a skull. Read two of those. All right, here is the big tell. There's just silver rupees in here. Yep. So this is either a small key or the shortcut this way is open that I'm not aware of, or something along those lines. All right, there is no keys in the front of shadow, so I'm gonna take a quick peek here and see what the situation is. Yeah, so there's no keys in this dungeon. So we'll take Prelude out of here. Actually, that is not the normal Prelude. Warp. I'm gonna check the Ganon's Castle skull. If I can. Out. Oh, well, I think that would have worked had I done it properly. I couldn't actually see what it was though. All right, well, that kind of worked, but not to the point where I could actually check it. All right, I do want to go check. Oh, you know what? Field is foolish. There's no point in going there. At this point, I should just go child. I've full cleared adult as much as I can. All right, in terms of shadow, we checked 1, 2, 3, 4 chests. Alrighty, what do we have as a child? We have sticks, we have nuts, we have... Oh, a very pretty sword. Alright, so fire is green. Spirit. Water. Alrighty. Cool. Nighttime is actually pretty decent here. For a couple reasons. One, we can check Richard and the bomb shop. And two, treasure chest game keys are shuffled. So we actually have to go check those for items, even without magic in the well, I guess we have the lens, but Richard's mom has another treasure chest key. That's 2. Shoe bag. Thank you. Shoe bag, shield. All great finds. We have all 3 shields already. Treasure chest man will give us something for 10 rupees. He gives us a stick. Now we get to open both of these, funnily enough. Wait, was that actual Greg? It might have been actual Greg. Yeah. Nothing. And a heart container. All right. Well, we checked that as much as we can. Now we've got shops, Bombchi Bowling. There's honestly a ton of stuff that we can check now. Nothing I want from there. All right, that is just a bug, not a bottle with a bug. Let's see what info we can get about the market. Shop here. So we don't have ZL, or sorry, ZL as in Zelda's letter, not ZL as in lullaby, although we don't have that either. We're hoping for money on this check. Oh man, I hate when that happens, when you're just like, you can't really tweak it because you're gonna miss anyway, but if you don't tweak it, you're still gonna miss. All right, what do we got? Money, nut grade. All right, well. Oh, we actually started with 20 sticks. And it's a replacement stick. Hi, Mullen. Mullen gives us the weird egg. That's kind of vanilla. Village well leads to bottom of the well. So bottom of the well is vanilla. Backwalk our way through here. Really hoping for free bunnyhood after we get letter. Mask of Truth is dead. The fairy back there? Alright. Doing the song there ends up waking up the chicken. Alan, wake your lazy bum up. Time to go. Mullen is very displeased in 7 years with you. I mean, she's very displeased with you now too, but all right. Crawl in and see what Zelda's gonna give us. Hey, it's a letter. And you give us a nut. Huh, Input gave us her nut. All right, let's check this skull here. Okay. And there's a ton of pots and crates in here, but I'm feeling like pot and crate sanity not on this seed, thankfully. We have enough things shuffled. I don't need that in my life too. Garbage. Garbage. Holy crap. How many hearts are in this item pool? And let's go to Lon Lon. We know there's nothing in the back of the cow shed, so once we get our item from Mullen, we can just save and quit and see where child spawn is. Oh, you know what? I never checked on the mask situation. That's unfortunate. There we go. And is it you? Nope. Is it you? There we go. No more chicken problems. Actually, I should probably check the back of Lon. I should probably actually just check all of the Lon skulls while I'm here. I've also got the scrubs to check. Compass to ice. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that that would count as a respawn point. Piece of heart. Piece of heart. Alright, there's got to be more than 20 hearts in this item pool with as many as we found. Just a skull. Where's the grotto? There it is. A lot further over than I thought. Money. Another scam. And only scams. That is what Lon has for us. Only scams. Alright, let's try to avoid the Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Guys. They're gonna do their best to make our life difficult, but let's just choose. So we are gonna, holy cow, is that 6 squires after me right now? Goodness. All right, and where do we spawn? Kokiri Forest is interesting because we know that all of the things here are dead. I can mark off the cow. I can mark off the scrubs. Wait, there's no scrubs here. Ow, bonk. Alright, let's get info and then we'll check Deku. Trail Wath. Oh, you know what? There's a bunch of Skulltulas on trail that I didn't check because of Hammer. An interesting thing to remember when it comes to these kind of seeds. All right, that's another dupe. Where does Deku take me? spirit. Okay. Again, we know that there's probably not any keys here, but there we go. And we can't get a peek at anything either. Although this should at least give me, oh, oops. My first view into whether or not dungeon skulls are turned on. Cool. All right. I don't have any ranged items again, so gonna have to hit this with a stick and then do the intended strats of jumping over here. Thankfully didn't lose our shield. More bloopy. All right, and then that is all we can do in here. Where am I? All right, so inside of Deku is Spirit. Go back here. And I'm a little tempted to go back adult and check those skulls and some things that I couldn't do before, rather than pushing a whole bunch of random stuff that, but at the same time, Lake is, oh no, free masks. That's unfortunate. Last couple seeds I've had, you could just kind of get your bunny hood there for free. And it was the fast bunny hood. So I take it that that is not the case today. Now, if you're interested in generating a RSL beginner seed, there is a RSL Discord or RSL bot in Discord that you can basically start a DM with that will what's it called? That will roll you seeds. So that is how this is done. Try and turn in chickens here. No clue how many chickens it's gonna be, so we'll have to find out. You need at least 3 chickens. Pretty simple here. What you got? A map for forest. I feel like I have missed something in what's going on with these settings, because all we have found is bloopies, maps, and compasses. And I guess a song. Two songs, two songs. It feels like I've missed something. There's a reason I have started to plonk the tree first. I might end up needing that. I don't know yet. Loopy. Piece of heart. Something very fishy going on in the seed, and I don't know what it is. Daku shield. There's a strength. All right, finally a major item. I was starting to think that they did not exist. Thank Gord. What am I stuck on? That would be the wall that dead ends the city. What do you got, Dumpy? Just bloopy, huh? It's real nice of you there, bud. Just Skulltula. So Song of Time, definitely feeling like the Wath here. I'm gonna go to the lake now. So we've checked the entrance for DC. We've checked the entrance to Deku. I guess technically I might be able to get out to Jabu. I don't think I can get in it without a bottle, but I can probably check fire from a reverse direction. Oh, actually with the choose, I can definitely check fire. So I don't want to go up the mountain as a child, but I do, well, I don't know. There's a skull up there and a scrub. Let's do Valley Lake first and see where that takes me. Besides Valley and Lake. I don't think there's any way I can check this Skulltula at the beginning of Valley. Ooh. I don't know. Might be worth trying here. Can I in some way do this? Give it one last try here. Oh, that looks good. The skull's not actually on the wall. Therefore, it missed. That's unfortunate. Alright, garbage there. This might be like scarce or minimal item pool at this point, because we're not finding almost anything. What's in the waterfall? Can we tell? Just money. Wasteland Foolish. There's our fourth foolish hint. You don't type foolish into the foolish spot. We're at 4 foolish, 4 wasps. Owls can be shuffled. We need to remember that. I can get to Lake and Domain. Forty Skulls is still dead. Mr. Owl, where will you take me? Back to the castle, you say? No, thank you. Can you go? Thank you. I need to check these scrubs. That's another treasure box small key. So those aren't regional. Nehru's actually could be logically required for things. So that is a potential for the Wath. We would definitely still need magic, but... Alright, that's still dead. Swim over here, play the song. Check the skull here in a moment. Alrighty. I'll take the money. All right, so we checked the... Oh, cows are all dead, so I don't need to pay attention to those. Temple of Time chimes with the music of a bloopy. Chimes with the music of a bloopy. Is that just Tot Song? We do want to make sure to get Scarecrow Song on our way through here. just in case we end up needing it. Let's go fishing. Yeah, fishy, fishy. That's right, fishy. I would like to turn you in for a bloopy. I realize that there's a lot more like bloopies and stuff when you shuffle more things, but goodness, this is getting frustrating. Just a piece of heart there. All right, well, we are running thin on potential wasps. There is a key that do I have a... I don't have anything that I can mark that key with, is unfortunate. I can't get this skull, but I can at least kill the skull. Once we find the dongos, which could just be in fire, we do have access to check that now. Once we have access to that, that could be our Ganon's Castle access. I will take a stick grade, good sir. And I'll buy some more nuts too. I can technically check Bean Merchant to see if he sells anything. Alright, Wheatman is still there as a child. That was not a jump. Miku. Took me a while to process the name. For some reason, I know it's Hatsune Miku. For some reason, my brain is just like Hakune Misu or Mitsu or, you know, things like that. I'm just like, I don't know how many times I've mispronounced the name by getting it like confused. All right, so we have 30 sticks, we have 30 nuts, we have 20 chew bag. I feel like this might have been one of those situations of recognizing it's a jet seed and maybe I should have just rushed my paths. But at the same time, like, my lake path right now is either Nehru's or that key. Ow. Okay, there's the final nut grade. Check for frog shuffle. Alright, that was a rupee, but that could have just been rolled vanilla. Always check at least 2. Alright, frogs are vanilla. There's no way 2 of those were vanilla. And it was actually shuffled. Just making sure that that wasn't... Wait. I've just spent that on bombs. Ah! I didn't actually read what he was saying. Alright, we're gonna follow up this lake path and check the 3rd key of treasure chest game and then go adult. I know I'm missing out on Child Lost Woods stuff, but honestly, doing all these checks does not seem to be actually doing anything. Oh, wait, right. More money. And a piece of heart. So I guess it's Nehru's? Or I need more than just that key. God, that's such a pretty sword. I wish it carried through with the character models. Alright, so now that I've got shoes, I should be able to check that skull. I was trying to check outside Ganon's castle earlier. And hopefully we can farm some shoes while we're out and about. Come on. There we go. And it's just a bloopy. Actually, it's worth just jumping off here. Again, I'm feeling like something weird. Like I've missed something critical with this seed. I don't know what it is. Like I'm starting to wonder if maybe like Go mode is locked in the silver, or not the silver rupees, the treasure chest game. And I just haven't quite figured it out. All right, so in terms of ice, there's nothing I can do because I don't have a bottle. We do have a strength. Can't do anything in terms of that. Trying to think if we got another treasure chest game key on trail or not. Feel like we potentially did. That's ZL. Well, that definitely seems pretty wath. Oh, you know what? I was thinking I needed to go up this way, but I actually have access to go up the normal way now. There we go. More bloopies. What's in the Goron shop? A hook shot. Oh my god, the Gorons had a hook shot. What is this madness? Classic Gorons. Somebody call Velvet. I don't even need the hook for this though. Nut. Loopy. And there's a bow. All right, things are finally starting to come together. Part of me really wants to check forest now, but I feel like I need to follow through the rest of Crater. I've already abandoned this area once and it turned out to be really bad for me, so what's up there? What is that? I don't know what that is, but I think it's a wallet. It was a wallet. We found all our items. Another heart container. Goodness. Not refilling wallets though. Good thing to know. All right, what is fire? Fire is Jabu. Oh, wait a second. Oh wait, child can get here maybe with Bolero. Well, I guess we can chase Lake more now. I just wish there was a good way to get there. All right, what do we have? Another key for the treasure chest game. I'm wonder, like, this almost feels as if like it's set every X number of checks you get a treasure chest game key. 30 skulls is dead. Glorious. Domain is foolish. Thank you, game, for telling me that after. That's a 5th foolish, though. That is a lot of foolish. Where did we get the chew bag? That was from Child Shop. Graveyard is path. Wait. We'll clear your waths. Alright, nothing, but we have cleared it now. I don't have to worry about it. We still have storms. We still have, ooh, ow. What else? We know Bigoron is dead. How is it I was able to do this earlier without a bow, and now it's being a pain in the butt? Oh, I can even check the skull while I'm here. That's nice. I just want to double check on the yeah. Oh boy. There we go. Some arrows. Into forest, and let's see what's inside a forest. Because if it's DC, we're in good shape. It's water. Okay, I don't want to check this. Actually, I don't think there's any checks I could do in there. Now that I think about it. That was spirit. Not actually sure if the ocarina check over here is considered Kokiri Forest or Lost Woods. Storms. Okay, well, back we go. I guess that would be considered Lost Woods. I realize that this is foolish, but I want to get the hint from in here. Alright, it was just dead. And we know bottom of the well is bottom of the well. We go back and check the trail grotto. Mask of Truth, still dead. Alright, nothing there. Let's go do a follow-up at Lake. Man, no warp songs is driving me crazy. We know Serenade's in DC, we just can't find DC. Alright, so what locations are left? Shadow, which requires a song, magic, and Dins. Jabu, which is gonna require quite a bit. That's a letter plus, well, I guess that's just Ruto's letter. Spirit has a very questionable number of requirements at the moment. There's a lot of storm scrubs now. Forgot to check crater scrubs, which I think is hammer related. Oh boy. I was gonna say, where's Mr. Scarecrow? Alright. Go do adult fishing. I don't actually remember what was on the skull in Spirit. This fish is excited. There we go. Strength 2. That seems a lot more relevant with GTG having our lights than Nehru's. Sorry, Jenny. I do want to see if I can farm some shoes here, though. There we go. Lots of chew drops. There we go. Paul, where you at, bud? Bye. Have a nice trip to space, Paul. All right. I'm gonna try the treasure chest game again and then follow storms and see. Did I get storms from Lost Wood? Check the Lon scrubs. Field is foolish. Back to the 3 in Goron City. There's 2 in the river. Funnily enough, the strength 2 skull in Fountain is now available. Is this all just gonna be a debate on these keys? Nope, that's a slingshot. Okay. Oh, we spawn at... Wait, Kokiri Forest. Oh. That's even better. I was thinking we spawned at Kakariko, but this is way better. Because I have a lot more checks here that I can do. Alright, another hint. Final Frogs is dead. Dead. Don't think I'm using choose super soon. There we go. Aiming is hard. We're up to 6 skulls. Right, left, up. Right, left, up, A. We're gonna be taxing on the memory. Ah, one of each. Right, left, up, A, down. Ah. 7. Scrubby. Nothing. Scrubby. All right. All three scrubs here. Come on, wolf. Alrighty, we can check the scrubs while we're over here as well. Nothing. The two SFM scrub check. Roars and money. Okay, guess that doesn't do anything. I was just curious if I shot the beehive, what happened? So next I can consider rolling Moron as a child, the scrub and the skulls in city and crater, and then I think the only thing left is bottom of the well. I wasn't even in the pathway that time. I was stuck on the fence. Alright, rolling Moron. What you got? Tell me it's another hook. Okay. Well, not really surprised it was trash, but wouldn't have been surprised had it been another hook. There's a Skulltula in the back here that we got to make sure to check. More chews. At least that was a refund, I guess. No bottle means still... Well, I guess technically I could check the first skull of ice now. I can probably do that while I'm here as child. I can just check it with a bomb chew, and if it's something, I'll just rush it. No. Actually, I wonder if Slingshot puts this skull into logic or not. Or if this is just always in logic as child with bombs. Where do you take me? Down the mountain. All right. Making sure it wasn't, you know, a bamboozle. That is a fire boss key. Bottom of the well map. All right, well. I guess we're down to bottom of the well. And then from there I can go check that ice skull. Oh, and I guess there's storm frogs. Hyrule Castle Fairy. I guess there's more than I thought left. This is definitely one of those seeds that if you knew where the items were, it would be much quicker. The weird thing is we have no bottom of the well smalls. Actually, we haven't seen a single small key outside of the treasure chest game. I'm starting to wonder if maybe like it's Keezy, where I think that's what the setting is called, to where there's just no locked doors. There's the ice arrows that we were hinted. Thanks, game. Skulltula. Ah, the door is unlocked. That explains so much. There's no small keys. All right, so that's a skull. Ew, a gold scale. What's another check at the lake back in logic? More money. More skull. Well, we might be able to check 10 on our way out of here, and then we're only left with 20 as a concern. What a K-sword. No, it's an arrow. All right. That means I need to reconsider more of spirit and things like that as well. At least we finally figured out the thing that I was confused about. Actually, can I do all of Shadow now? I think I can finish Shadow now. It's not logical to do, but wait, actually it is. Interesting. Right, because we can get to ice. What was in DC again? Is actual ice? Yeah, I guess technically I can do all of Shadow. And that gets me into gets me into Ganon's. Oh, nar. Give me that shield back. Thank you. I always lose that shield trying to check that skull and see what it is. Do I have spirit boss key? No. All right, well, we cleared out bottom of the well. I am gonna go adult. And then I think it's back to Shadow. All right, let's get our booties to Shadow. I think that's... Is that gotta be logic? Because what do we actually need? We need... access to GTG. Which we don't know where that is. I can check some skulls along my way too. And I guess storm scrubs? Or storm scrubs here? Cool. Nothing. Choose. All right, well. Make it nighttime, check the skulls on our way. That's a bottle. We finally found our first bottle. I realize that this is just randomization and, you know, feels a little weird, but man, something about this seed just feels odd. All right, so we finally got a bottle. Oh man. All right, we can head back to ice, which is Shadow. This one. Piece of heart. Now the question is, do I take the time to check the skull? I feel like the answer is no. But at the same time, that is a very odd check to leave. So I think the answer is yes. I'm gonna double back on myself and say that my answer is yes on that. Because I can just walk this path over here and make it somewhat quick at least. Come on. Avoid all these skulls. Hopefully the cat meowing in the background isn't too big of a noise for you guys. He sounds very loud to me, but I live with him. He's got the zoomies at the moment. Surely this isn't gonna reset my position, right? Oh man. I was thinking it was still nighttime for some reason. Things you learn by doing. There we go. I don't know why that's so hard to get in that hole to get over here. I struggle with that one all the time. Giggity. Alright, well, spent a lot of time and effort trying to get into that single one and came up with nothing. All right, hello, Shadow. I could have actually done a lot more of Shadow when I was here earlier too. Oh, wait, no, I couldn't have. I didn't have bomb. How did I hit one of the others? What? Okay. Okay, game. Alrighty. Further we go. Let's dodge that Stalfos attack. And sadly, because again, no size matches contents, no texture matches contents. Yeah. Gonna be checking everything. I think I'm good on bombs now. Alright, so it seems like dungeon skulls are just that. Cool. We made it without falling. Made it without getting spiked in the booty. Oh, that was close. I'm still gonna check another skull or two just in case. Alright, it definitely seems like dungeon skulls are not shuffled. This does explain why it seems like there's so many more rupees and stuff, though. Is because there are. With all the dungeon items not being in the dungeons, it's a good chunk. There we go. The biggest issue, and I'm gonna have to make sure that I what's it called? I'm gonna have to make sure that I open the shortcut because I don't have dins to get the last like items right before a manager. There we go. All right, dungeon skulls, no way they're shuffled. That's too many vanilla in a row for it to actually be shuffled. Ooh, more choose. All right, back to nuts. Nothing. There we go. Not a great wind room, but you know, the important part of it was taken care of. The next thing I gotta, where's the chest? There it is. Think about it. Wait, huh? Was that a treasure chest game? 5 rupees, I guess. Nuts. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This might be a hug. Nope, we're good. Uh-oh, that one's definitely a hug. There we go. Alright, gotta remember, open the shortcut, because there are 2 items here that I can't get. I mean, technically I could shadow gate clip if I really wanted to. Okay. I don't know why I went this way with the block, but eh. At least we have this lovely boat ride for you to go down and like the video. And if you enjoy this content and want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button. We are working our way towards YouTube partner and trying to make as much content as I can for you guys. All rando all the time. Okay, it's not 100% rando. The shorts aren't always rando, but there we go. Alrighty. This is where we find out it's not actually Bongo Bongo and it's something else, and then I just cry. Alright, so I can't check that. I can check Karen chest. There we go. That is a big Poe. There's another bottle. We found so many bottles already on our way. We went from none to 2 in a very quick amount of time. Oh. I was certain I'd made that shot. There we go. Oh my god, I've been messing this room up so much lately. And it's always like the transition to the boss key door. Okay. This is not quite what I was hoping for. Ow. I did kind of call this. Oh god. Wait, is it only half damage? I feel like it's like half or quarter damage here, because I should have taken way more damage than this. So it's boss shuffle as well. 2. That's 3. Alright, I don't know where she went. Good, she kind of lined up for me. Perfect. So Shadow is cleared except for 2 chests. All right, where you going, Rover? There we go, and that is green medallion, question mark? So confusing. I mean, this makes a lot of sense. Starting with mirror and hovers. That was most of the requirements. Yeah, sure, why not? Right there. So we should be maybe like we're magic and lights from go mode technically, plus, oh, you know what, plus a solution to shadow trial. All right, well, let's go get our green medallion reward and then head straight to Ganon's castle. Alrighty, need probably a long shot here is my guess. At 2 hours and like 18 minutes, we finally got our first dungeon reward. Oh god, what if this isn't Ganon's castle? Oh, thank god. Whew. I completely forgot that this could be not Ganon's castle. All right, so it looks like potentially just shadow trial. I'm not sure about fire trial yet, but nut. Yeah, like there's not even the classic like garbage along the way, like, you know, the second bomb bag or, you know, things like that. All right, there's Ganon's boss key. All right, it is just shadow trial then. Oops. All right, and what does Shadow Trial have? Just an arrow. Epona's or long shot gets us to probably access DTG. Double check that there's actually silver rupees in here. There are. This. Now the scary part is just if it's light trial. Both chests at once, or both cutscenes at once. That's another wallet. That can't be it though. Oh, it's light trial locked. Man. What do? So I can go into Spirit and check basically everything in there, I guess. What other dungeons have I found? I found water, but I have no way of doing anything in there. Turn in Big Poe here. Nothing. Man, I am at a loss at the moment. All right, well, let's go to Spirit. Nuts. Just don't want to deal with yous. No, thank you. Alright, no shortcut. Oh, right. I forgot you got to do that. Come on. Thank you. Right, and I can't just skip things, so... There we go. Got this. Okay. Wait a second. I just thought of something. I might be dumb. I forgot Jackson Gannon's castle. There's scrubs in there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hang on. I'm gonna open this door and I'm gonna go back. I forgot about that. Back we go. I can't believe I forgot these. I always forget these. Why do I always forget these? I even set up the tracker to where like this wouldn't be as big of a problem, and I still forgot. I was sitting here looking through things on the tracker trying to figure out like what the heck have I missed? You know, why have I missed strength 3 somewhere to get into light trial? I'm like, wait a second. Bonk. Monsieur Scrubbies. Good lord. Was that all for light trial still? Okay, well, I guess now I can check light trial. Question mark. Alrighty. Oh my god, there's the long shot. Okay, so that gets us out to try to get to GTG. Whether it's vanilla GTG or in spirit, that would solve a lot of problems. Oh, and fire arrows. Okay. So we are magic and GTG. Oh, big BGS. What is this? So fire arrows, BGS. What else do we get in here? Strength 3. What the heck? Well, that'll teach me to forget about scrubbies. All right. Magic and GTG. Still no opponents though. Still no horsey. All of that progression. So logically, how is this seed supposed to go? It's go get Song of Time from the graveyard. To go get your bomb bag from Bomb Chew Shop. Or your Bomb Chew bag. To go get Hookshot and Bow from Goron City. And wherever that first scale was. I can't remember at this point. Wait, we started with scale. Why did I want the scale? I can't remember. Anyways, get your hook, shot, and bow. To go get your ZL from... Well, I guess you had access to ZL on trail anyway, but... Get ZL from trail. Go do shadow. Ugh. Get your dungeon reward. Go to Ganon's to get strength 3. Because we got, wait. The lake had a strength on adult fishing. Where did we get the first strength? I don't remember, in all honesty. But we have found the trail. Oh, right. Uh-oh. Bam. Yeah, it must be quarter damage or something like that. Maybe half damage. All right. That's not a GTG card. Do I really have to save all the carpenters? I don't really want to. I think I go check spirit before I actually commit to that. As crazy as that sounds. Oh, wait. I don't have a GTG card. Oh, there's magic. Never mind. Doing this. Wait, this wasn't where I meant to go. Gosh darn it. Back in here we go. Gotta be careful here. I don't actually quite remember where all these are. Okay. So it is all the carpenters. That's fine. As long as it's vanilla GTG card. I wanted to avoid the GTG card, or doing this, but we can't actually go check spirit without it, so. We got one more to figure out where they are. Come on, lady. I know you're here. Stay down. All right. Thankfully, excuse me, all of them have these torches and makes it a little bit easier, but man, I do not miss having to do this all the time though. Oh, I guess she doesn't get back up. Must be a rough day for her then. This one? No, I just came from that one. This one? Nope. Which door? It's not that one, is it? There's not a door right here, right? No. I've already checked that door. Is it this one? No. I can never remember where this third carpenter is. Okay, so I know we checked that. Came here. Where is this one? No, this is where I just was. This is what happens when you get used to all the quality of life changes. This one? Hey, there it is. Okay. I guess I hadn't come out of here. Alrighty, there we go. GTG card. Let's see it. Please don't shuffle the GTG card. You will make me very sad. There we go. Alright. GTG card, and that should hopefully, with having found magic here, hopefully be go mode. Because GTG should either be right here or over in spirit, is my guess. If it's not, then we have a lot more to find, but that's fire. This is foolish. We're not doing this. I'll mark it down, but oh wait, I can't mark it down. That's right. Some things I still need to update with this tracker, but the only way I find those is by doing things like this, where I test it out and, you know, find what works, find what doesn't. What a weird seed, though. We're never going to have found a bomb bag at this rate. Goodness. Don't read the sign. Alright. Nobody cares, Navi. We're hopefully in go mode. You know what? I've been doing this while I've had a BGS this whole time. Alright, there's the flagpoles. And we should be good. Come on. Be here, GTG. Please. Give us a chance. Come on. Out of the way. Fairly certain all of this is in logic. I don't think we've broken any logic to prevent this at this point. I think everything we have is fully in logic. Oh, thank God it's GTG. Only thing we can't check is toilet. Oh, you know what? There's no small keys. I can just check the entire maze for free. That is a little bit of a weird feeling. And none of these chests are gonna have any sort of cosmetic. I'm just gonna have to open them all. Ugh. There they are. All right, that's go mode. 246.24. Only one warp song, only 5 songs total. I'll be curious to know where the other songs were, but that's what a spoiler log is for. We talked about earlier how you can roll a seed through the seed bot. You can also request a spoiler from that seed bot to be unlocked for the seed. So once you're done with it, you can just click unlock spoiler, and then if you refresh the OOT randomizer page, then a spoiler will be unlocked for that seed. Alrighty, Shadow Trial. It has been a very long seed at this point. Hopefully a sub 3, but it has also been a very long day, morning, evening here. It's currently nearly 8 a.m. finishing recording this. I have not slept, but I don't feel like that's impacted the seed in any way. Alright, light arrows, bottle, long shot. Actually, well, no, that's fine. And we've done it! Shadow Trial has been completed, and now we can climb. I still can't believe that Ganon's Castle Wath was strength 3 to get into Light Trial to get everything. Long shot, fire arrows, BGS. Holy cow. That was a little weird on the spin. Felt like it didn't extend nearly as long as it usually does. Oh well. Oh, I was like, why does that look like a boss key? Vanilla chests. It's not actually the boss key. Okay, so it's half damage. I took a heart worth of damage from that Stalfos jump slash, so we have half damage. Which is interesting. I feel like the couple seeds I've started with extra health are the ones that have had like lower damage. And there we go. We should be good to not grab any magic here. And as long as cutscenes don't take too long or I mess up too much, this should be a sub 2. $250-103 into Ganon. Dwarf. You'll never find my light arrows in GTG. Oh crap. You have them, don't you? Stored the Bigoron sword jump slash, grab the master sword out. Weep him in the face. And that's the first cycle done. Wow, phase 1 of the cannon fight takes less than a full minute. It's kind of crazy. I mean, with cutscenes, it's definitely more, but not by much. Bye-bye, sword. It was nice knowing you. The good thing we have hammer time. Hammer time. There we go. Time to grab our sword again and slay this big pig and turn him into bacon. Oh. There we go. Now we found the rhythm. And that is gonna be GG's. Zelda's gonna fry them on up, and then we'll stab one last stab to turn them into bacon bits. And that will be the end of Ganon and our first YouTube Beginners RSL seed. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think, if you want to see more RSL in the future, or if you want me to stick to more standard things. But I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.